Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog .stampwithelaine.com. The stamp set I'm featuring today is called Love You So. It isn't for sale, but it can be earned through having a workshop with me or having a virtual party shopping online with a total spend of £150 or more, excluding shipping. As your own hostess, you'll earn hostess rewards, and you can use it to get this stamp set and other goodies besides. If you follow my blog, you will have seen last Sunday's blog post where I featured this stamp set, and one of the cards I made was this sampler card. It was inspired by a US demo called Mary Deathridge, which I found on Pinterest. She'd done it in a C6 size, but she said she had problems getting the, you can see all the trial and error ones I've had. You might as well see the design process. And she had problems with overlapping and stamping where she didn't want the cross stitches to be. And even with the Stamp-A-Majig, she said it got the better of her even after her third attempt. So I set about to try and find a solution. You can see what I mean by over stamping, trying to get the lines in the cross stitch in the right place. So after several failed attempts, and I went through a lot more cardstock than this, I eventually thought, I had a light bulb moment, and I thought, well, why not just measure the stamp? So this comes up at 1 7/8 of an inch. So I figured if I made the card bigger, I wouldn't have the same problem. I took a piece of Whisper White cardstock, this is the standard Whisper White cardstock, and I cut it at 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch square, and then you score it at 1 3/4 inches, very lightly, with your light grey blade, and then score at 3 3/4 inches. Rotate it and repeat those score lines again. 1 3/4, 3 3/4. That will give you a guideline as to where to stamp. Just going to show you how I stamp the grid. I'm not going to go through the whole, making up the whole card. It would take too long. So using the grid lines and the help of a Stamp-A-Majig, it's best to start from the middle. Okay. Get the second grid line stamped. Then you rotate it 90 degrees and do the opposite corners. I found working outwards from the square the best way for me not to make mistakes. So I rotate the cardstock in the other direction, and that also prevents it from smudging. So that's how to achieve a grid without over stamping it, and you can cover up any misalignments and things by popping up a center panel in here, and it will cover up a lot of sins. I won't go through the whole assembly of the card because, as you can see, there are lots of elements and it will make the video far too long. But you can embellish it and make your sampler unique to you. I've used a cotton reel and some thread wound around it. I've added some actual buttons. I've had some leftover beads from a different project, so I put some of those down, and then some sequins as well. So I hope you've enjoyed today's quick tip, and I'll be back soon with more inspiration. Thanks for watching. Bye.